Hi there, students. Perennial. Okay, perennial is an adjective. You can also actually have it as a noun, a perennial, but that I think is in the botanical meaning. Okay, something that is perennial, it lasts for a long time, or it happens repeatedly, again and again and again, or it happens all the time. So, I don't know, not having enough money is a perennial problem. Yeah, it happens again and again and again. Or this song is a perennial favorite. It's a song that has been a favorite for a very long time. So, perennial, long lasting, doesn't go away. Okay, a perennial as a plant is a plant that lives for more than 2 years. So, wait a sec. Plants, we have three types. You have annuals, biennials, and perennials. An annual is a plant that puts the seed grows, and it flowers in that year. And when winter comes, it dies, and the plant spreads more seeds for next year. You have biennials, which live 2 years. The first year, the seed and the plant grows, and then the second year, it flowers and produces seed and dies. And then we have perennial plants, or perennials, which are my favorite, which are plants that last for several years, for many years. Okay, so for example, cosmos is an annual, whereas foxgloves are biennials, and a geranium is a perennial. There we go. That's examples of the three. So perennial, it lasts a long time, and that's the idea. Okay, the perennial difficulty of balancing your life and the amount of time you work. Yeah, it's a long-lasting or repeated problem. So we are always trying to answer the perennial question of what do the consumers really want? Yeah, with the perennial question, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Okay, so this is perennial. It's something that is present at all seasons of the year, or it persists for several years. It doesn't end up. It's enduring. Yeah, so there are certain films that are perennial favorites. When Christmas comes, they show all the perennial favorites, all the films that they show every year. Perennial, continuing without interruption. The perennial quest for perfection, or man's perennial search for certainty, constant, perpetual. He's a perennial student. He doesn't want the responsibility of going out into real life and finding a job. Perennial, regularly repeated, recurrent. Love is a perennial theme in literature. It always appears. So, perennial, abiding, ageless, continuing, enduring, eternal, everlasting, ongoing, timeless, undying. So, trees and perennial plants last for a long time. They don't disappear immediately. Okay, so perennial, lasting an indefinitely long period of time, something that's enduring. I don't know, the perennial popularity of Agatha Christie novels, or something that appears again and again, year after year. He seems to be a perennial contender for the championship, or lasting throughout the year. So this is a perennial stream. It doesn't dry up in summer. It has water all year round. A perennial lake where the animals can come and drink no matter what time of year it is. Okay, a perennial water source. It's uh, it's not going away. Okay, so perennial, continual, lasting, permanent, constant. The perennial urban problems of drug addiction. We need to do what we can to reduce the perennial problem of homelessness among ill people. Um, Once again, I received the perennial complaint that the student didn't understand me. Yeah? Uh, or people in search of perennial youth. They always want to be young. Okay? And then perennial plants, plants that last forever. Okay, so perennial. How formal is this? It sounds a bit literary to me. I think I'd probably give it a 6 in formality. You could just about use it in an informal conversation. Long lasting, permanent, lasting, something like that. And the word itself comes from Latin perennis, per, through, and annus, year. So through the year. So like the perennial lake or the perennial stream, it's always present. So a perennial stream. So a perennial in botany, a plant that lives for more than two years. Something perennial, figuratively, something that continues without stopping, perpetual, never failing. And then perennial, enduring, lasting, timeless. The perennial beauty of Hieronymus Bosch's paintings. Okay, and then something perennial, something recurrent that happens again and again. It repeats. Change is a perennial theme in politics. Well, nowadays, corruption seems to be a perennial theme in politics. Okay, so perennial, long lasting. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Perennial.